Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you on how to generate a very beautiful looking knowledge graph but without writing a single line of code. This video has got two parts. The first part is around the concepts of knowledge graph, and in the second part I'll show you on how to generate this knowledge graph without coding and without prompt engineering. So let us jump to the first part. Hello, today we are going to discuss a very interesting concept called as knowledge graph. So it's a way to represent information as a network of things or entities. And this is very useful for our brain to understand very large content. And the business case which I have for you today is we are going to take a very long document which is related to the Alphabet's earning transcript. Alphabet is the Google's parent company, and this earning transcript is based on a call which takes place every quarter, which informs about Google's performance in a quarter. So this document, what we are going to take, is quite long. It has got almost about 23 plus pages, as well as almost about 10,000 plus words. And we are going to convert that into a knowledge graph, which will help us easily understand what's going on in the document. So the knowledge graph looks something like this. You can see here that it is basically a connection of nodes, and all these nodes are some concepts or some entities which exist in the document. So for example, here you can see that you have nodes such as Google Cloud Customers or models. So these two concepts are discussed in the document. Now, if you want to know that what exactly is discussed related to these two concepts, models and Google Customer, you can hover over the link. So the link is basically informing what is happening between these two nodes, how these two nodes are connected. So for example, here you can see that it mentions that Google Cloud Customers have been processing approximately 1 trillion token with their models. So basically, it informs how Google Cloud Customers are leveraging these AI models at scale. Now, let us also look at a few more examples. So for example, here I see a link between Android XR and Galaxy XR. And if you hover over this link, you will see that it mentions that Google has launched Android XR, which is the new operating system for the Samsung Galaxy XR device. So it's a nice way to understand a large document just by navigating through nodes and links. And if I have to summarize the key advantages of knowledge graph, that it breaks down very large document into nodes, and then it links all these nodes or concepts, which explains how the nodes are related. And one of the biggest advantages is that you can navigate to any part of the knowledge graph. You do not have to always read a document from top to bottom, but you can just navigate to different parts of knowledge graph based on your interest. So now let's do a quick knowledge check to see if you understood this concept of knowledge graph. So first question coming your way is, what is a knowledge graph? And I'll give you 1 second to think about it. All right, so the answer is a knowledge graph represents information as a connection of nodes or entities. Let's go to the second question. What is the key advantage of using a knowledge graph? And once again, I'll give you 1 second to think about it. All right, so it allows us to see relationship-based insights because it shows how the two nodes are connected, and you can understand what is the relationship between different concepts or different nodes. Now let's go to the third question. Which of the following best represents the structure of a knowledge graph? And I'll give you 1 second to think about it. All right, the answer is nodes and edges. Now let us see the second part, where I'll show you how to generate the nice looking knowledge graph but without writing any code, neither doing any prompt engineering. And for this, I'm going to use my platform called as datajarvis.ai, and you can also try it out. So first of all, let me go to the option which will allow us to make this nice looking knowledge graph. And here I already have some data which is related to the Google's earning transcript, which you have seen in the concept. And if you want, you can also add your own data in a CSV format. But for the moment, let us go ahead and select this, copy it and make it ready to use. Alright, so the data is now copied. So let us go ahead and select it. And now we are all set to make this knowledge graph. So here you will see a list of prompts. So these prompts are already configured and you do not have to write them, you do not have to think them. So let us first use the first prompt, which is showing some sample records from the data. Alright, so here I see some sample data, and as you can see that this is all the text which is coming from the earnings transcript file. Now let us go ahead and configure the second prompt. So this is the prompt which will give you the knowledge graph. So let us first select the column on which we would like to have the knowledge graph, which is the column called as transcript. And then let us also enter the entities. So entities is the keywords on which the knowledge graph will be made. So here I'm going to enter three entities: AI, software, and infrastructure. So the algorithm is going to look for the words which correspond to AI, which correspond to software, and which correspond to infrastructure. And then it is going to extract these entities and make the connections between these entities in order to give us the knowledge graph. So let us confirm this selection and use this prompt. Alright, so the run has been successful. It may take a little bit of while, but you will have this nice looking visual, which is the knowledge graph. And you can hover over the nodes as well as all the links between different nodes and try to extract all the insights from the transcript. Now, what you can do is you can even go further. You can ask Data Jarvis to interpret the knowledge graph by using this prompt. So it is going to analyze all the nodes, it is going to analyze all the links, and it is going to give us a summary of what is the insights from the knowledge graph. So here you can see that I have insights which are listed over here, and you can also see that it has also given a key takeaways. So this is really powerful and it can help get a lot of insights from just text data. So I hope you like it, and you can also try it out and give your comments on what is the use case which you are trying to use the knowledge graph on. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you soon in another exciting video.